Hello everyone! Welcome to this week's Yin Yoga class, which is a special class for runners. So if you're new to Yin Yoga, you can check down below in the description box for optional props in Yin Yoga for stuff that you can use around the house, just in case you don't have any yoga props at home. Okay, so we're going to be getting into the legs primarily, but also a little bit into the lungs as well. So grab all your props or things around the house and let's get started. Come and take a nice soft seat. This can either be cross-legged, kneeling, up on a prop, lift up tall through your spine, lift your shoulders onto the back body. Feel free to close your eyes if that feels good. If not, have a soft gaze out on the floor in front of you. So in every one of my classes, I always begin with a little bit of just grounding, arriving, coming back to the moment, tune into the sounds around you, as well as the breath within you. Relax all your facial muscles, including your jaw and in between your eyebrows. On your next inhale, just inhale very slowly so you're expanding the ribs front to back, side to side. And then when you exhale, take a nice relaxing long exhale. So inhale, expanding, exhale through the mouth. One more just like this. And then take a couple more just at your own pace. And then finally bring your palms together in front of your heart space. One more deep breath. If you're sitting up on a prop, just move it off to the side and then come face the long edge of your mat. You can even do Yin Yoga on a carpet or anything soft that you have at home, so you don't even have to own a yoga mat. It's not necessary. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees go wide out to the side, and let your knees come into a diamond shape. So you don't have your heels really close into the pelvis. Instead, they're a little bit more relaxed out. We're going to take a forward fold in between the legs. And you can use a prop if you like or not. So you will be resting your forehead down on the prop when we get there. And when you're ready, just inhale as you lengthen through the spine and open the heart and ribs and lungs. And then exhale, fold in between the thighs, resting your head or letting gravity guide you. In Yin Yoga, you want to follow your body's sensations, so everybody might not look the same pose to pose. You really want to target the sensations in your body. In this pose, you go into the back body all the way up to the top of the spine and in between the legs and the thighs, hips. On a sensation scale of 1 to 10, if 10 you're feeling pain in Yin Yoga, unnatural breath, or pressing against the floor, you've gone too far. And on the flip side, if you don't feel any sensation at all, you want to go a little deeper, but never pressing yourself, always having every muscle relaxed. So on that scale of 1 to 10, 10 being pain, 1 being no sensation at all, you want to be around a 4. So from here on out, I'm just going to tell you how to get in and out of poses so that the meditation of Yin Yoga can just take over and relax you. In order to come out, very slowly just press into your palms and use your arms to lift your spine back up straight. Very slowly moving. Once you're there, just take a moment. And if you're on a yoga mat, just turn so now that you're facing the long edge of your mat, and everybody open your legs wide out to the side. Both legs, so that you can flex your feet up to the ceiling and then relax your legs completely. So you don't have to keep those feet flexed. You want to feel sensation into the inner thighs, and again we're going to take a forward fold. So before we do, just inhale and lengthen, and then exhale, surrender down to gravity, to a prop if you like to use one. And very slowly lift yourself back up, and then take a moment. So keep in mind that Yin Yoga is not a practice of achievement, but more of relaxation and surrender. Bring your left palm on top of your right thigh and twist, bringing your right fingertips back behind you, twisting open to the right. And then go over to the other side. So sometimes the challenge of Yin Yoga is just staying still. And come back to center. Bring both legs side by side, still in a seated position, out in front of you. And then cross your right knee over top of the left thigh so that your right heel is now to the outer side of your left thigh. And we're going to get into the lungs as well as the hips and legs. So if you have a prop, bring it out to the left hip. And we're going to sit up straight and then side bend over to the left. So with your shoulder blades facing forward towards that left leg, just tilt so your elbow is now coming onto the prop, and you can bring your right palm wherever it feels comfortable. And if doing it this way is really just not sitting well with you, you can always side bend the other way. Just make sure that your chest is facing forward. So if you do it one way, the first side, just do it the other way, the second side. And really allow the lung and ribs to expand on the one side. And if you like, you can always bring your forehead down onto your palm. But if that is too far away, just kind of let your head and shoulders dangle, relaxing into the neck. And if at any time you're feeling uncomfortable or something is becoming too intense and your edge is creeping up towards pain or discomfort, just back off and come out of the pose. A few more slow breaths right here. And then keeping your legs just as they are, just lift all the way back up to center. If you were letting your head and neck relax down, just motion no with your head a few times, and then yes. And before going to the other side, we're just going to forward fold right over the legs. So when you're ready, you can use a prop. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding. This can be pretty intense. And it's okay to round your spine in Yin Yoga so long as you're not pushing or pulling yourself to get deeper. Okay, slowly, again, use your palms to lift yourself all the way back. And it might feel good just to straighten both legs out in front of you. Move in any way that feels wonderful. Okay, let's do that on the other side. Crossing your left knee over top of the right and then bringing the left heel to the outer side of the right thigh. We're going to start with the side bend. So inhaling to lengthen, keeping both shoulder blades forward, and then exhale, side bending. Whichever direction is the opposite of what you did the first side. Lengthening out all the way into the ribs and lung. And you can bring the right arm wherever feels comfortable to you. We won't be here for too long. And if your neck feels any discomfort, prop yourself up higher, bringing your head down onto your left palm. Slowly lift back up. And we'll just go right into the forward fold. So inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, fold over the legs. And relax everything, including your arms, palms, shoulders, neck, and back body. Very slowly and gently use your arms again to press yourself back straight. Release your legs and make any movements that might feel good. Bend through the knees. Bring your palms back behind you and just let your knees drop over to one side and then at the other a few times. Nice and slow. From here, cross at the ankles, and if you have your props, place them at the front of the mat, just like I have them, and come onto hands and knees. And before going anywhere, just take a couple rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly, lift your head up, and then exhale, round, chin to chest. A couple more times. With your props nice and long like this, place your palms on top and then step your right foot to the outer side of both props. Let your hips come forward and down and lift up tall through the spine so that your chest comes forward. Now, holding this for time, for me personally, gets a little intense onto the front of the left thigh, so I like to place a prop there just as a little bit of a cushion. And if you feel like you need to move that right foot in any direction or open up the thigh and the hip, go ahead. Just let that right leg really be natural. And then relax as much as you can. Press into your palms and right foot, and then just shift your hips back, bringing both knees side by side. You can sit back on the heels for a moment if that feels good, and just roll your wrists. Great pose for opening up into the front of the thigh and up into the hip flexors, which is a place that can get really tight for runners. When you feel ready, we can go over to the other side, so placing your palms on top of your props and stepping your left foot to the outer side of the props, and then taking any kind of natural shape for the left foot, leg. You can come to the outer side, you can tilt the foot. Just really make sure that you're comfortable. Letting the hips come forward and down, lengthening, and then coming into stillness. Press your hips back and then sit back on your heels if that feels good for you. Rolling the wrists one way and then the other, bending them in the opposite way. From hands and knees, keep your props close. And then from hands and knees, step your right knee behind your right wrist. Bring your right heel to the front of your left thigh, and then just kind of shimmy your left leg back behind you. And if you like, we're going to fold forward and down from here, but if you like to have a prop underneath the chest or head, you can go ahead and grab it. So I like it underneath the chest, then coming down either onto the forearms or all the way down. Head onto a block if that's what you like. I like to use my eye pillow as a little bit of a cushioning. Press into your arms again, moving very slowly, and then extending your right leg back. It might feel good to extend the right leg and press through the heel, but just do any movement that feels like you're getting the right leg moving and flowing again. And when you're ready, let's go to the opposite side. So left knee behind left wrist, extending the right leg back behind you, and then lowering down either onto a prop or not, but make sure that you are relaxed and comfortable. Very gently press back up. Maybe extending the left leg through the heel, or just making any movements that feel great to you. Move your props off to the side, but keep them within reaching distance. And then lie down all the way onto your tummy. Stack your palms one on top of the other and lower your forehead down on top. Bend through your knees from here, and very slowly, a few rounds, just drop your feet from side to side. And lower your feet from here and just wiggle your hips a little bit. And then you can flip over onto your back. knees bent, feet on the floor. Just take a moment to feel how you're now lying down. Have a bolster or meditation pillow, cushions or blocks somewhere close. As you press through the feet, lift your hips up and then place the prop underneath the hips. Really make sure that your lower back is comfortable. If it's feeling pinched in any way, just lower the height of your hips. Place your arms and palms wherever feels comfortable. And you can either keep your legs just as they are or extend them up to the sky. I know that they're raised, but try to relax everything that doesn't need to be working in the legs and entire body. If your legs were up and straight, when you bring them down, bend through the knees and then kind of bring each knee towards each shoulder, opening the knees wide. Just for a moment or two, you can bring your palms on top. And then lower your feet. Press through the hips, lifting up, removing the prop, moving it off to the side, and then lowering back down. So do you feel really grounded in your hips after coming back down? Extend your arms alongside your body, shoulders onto your back, chest and heart open, and then extend your legs. Take up as much space as you need, and then kind of just wiggle your body. And then when you stop, just relax everything. And take these last minutes of class to completely relax and just allow yourself to be. Begin to deepen your breath as you expand, just like in the beginning of class, the ribs front to back, side to side. Oh, one more time. And you can begin to wake your body up. Fingers and toes, maybe reaching your arms overhead, taking a nice long stretch. And then rolling over to one side and just using your arm as a pillow for a moment. And press all the way back up, coming to take a comfortable seat. How do you feel? Whatever you may be feeling right here, just allow it to be. And bring your palms together in front of your heart space. Let's take one cleansing breath followed by a chant of Om. So inhale, exhale through the mouth, and then inhale to chant. Om. Thank you so much for practicing Yin Yoga. If you enjoyed this class, please subscribe. It helps to support these free classes here on YouTube. And I hope you go off and have a beautiful rest of your day, beautiful runs ahead, and a great night's sleep tonight. Thank you so much. Namaste.